Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brothers and sisters. Thank you for joining us for the fourth lesson of our series on the origins and the evolution of the Hanafi madhab. Today, inshallah, we're going to begin to speak about the post Abu Hanifa era, and that is the era of Abu Yusuf rahimahullah, whose real name is Yaqub, the son of Ibrahim. Now, Abu Yusuf rahimahullah was a very special student of Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi alayh. He's one of those students that had committed himself to Abu Hanifa like no other. Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi alayhi himself is recorded to have said that ما لزمني أحد مثل ما لزمني Abu Yusuf. No one has clung to me the way Abu Yusuf has clung to me. The amount of commitment and the time and the dedication that he gave to Abu Hanifa rahimahullah as a student was practically second to none. He stayed with Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi alayhi for 17 years. That's quite a bit of time, right? 17 years he stayed under the tutelage of Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi alayhi. So when Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi alayhi passed away, it was only natural that Abu Yusuf rahimahullah would take over the teaching position that was left void by his ustad Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi alayhi. So what happened is, the moment he had taken up that position, many of Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi alayhi's students, they continued their studies under Abu Yusuf rahimahullah. Some had departed, but many had stayed. So you had the likes of Muhammad bin Hassan al-Shaybani, Hassan bin Ziyad rahimahumullah. These people, they continued under Abu Yusuf rahimahullah, who pretty much gave his 100% to them. Now, just as Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi alayhi was all about empowerment, so was Abu Yusuf. But Abu Yusuf rahimahullah had a vision. And that vision was that the fiqh of Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi alayhi should not be confined to the borders of Kufa. Rather, they should spread far and wide, and as many people as possible that can benefit should benefit from this great and vast amount of knowledge that Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi alayhi has left behind. So, one of the things that he's going to do is prepare his students to go back to the places they came from and begin to teach the fiqh of Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi alayhi at a mass level. So, one of the things that he did is he prepared the likes of Hussein bin Hafs al-Asbahani, which was one of the students that studied under Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi alayhi, but then he was appointed as an official mufti by Abu Yusuf rahmatullahi alayhi and sent back to his hometown of Asfahan, which is in current day Iran, and there he began to issue fatwas in accordance, right, to the regulations and the masail and the fatawa that were devised under Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi alayhi. So this is like pretty much the first time where the fiqh of Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi is going outside the borders of Kufa. Now it's in Asfahan. We have a mufti that is qualified under the training of Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi alayhi to give fatwas in that district. So this was the first step. The second thing that we also see is Abu Yusuf rahmatullahi alayhi prepared the likes of Muhammad bin Khalid al-Handali, who also studied under Abu Hanifa and carried on his studies under Abu Yusuf rahimahullah. And then he went on to live in Istarabad, which basically is a place in current day Iran. And there he began to officially teach the fiqh of Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi alayhi to the residents of that vicinity. Right? So you have one mufti now that has been qualified and that is giving fatwas in Iran according to the madhab of Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi alayhi. And now you have an official teacher that is teaching outside the borders of Kufa the fiqh of Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi alayhi. So these were the first steps that Abu Yusuf rahmatullahi alayhi had taken in order to try and spread the knowledge and the benefit that Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi alayhi has given to this ummah. Now, another platform that Abu Yusuf rahmatullahi alayhi was now using for this vision, to fulfill this vision, was the platform of qada. Abu Yusuf rahmatullahi alayh is one of those few individuals that served as a chief justice for approximately 30 years. He served as chief justice under 3 Khalifas in the Abbasi governance. Right? So he was appointed by Mahdi. He would go on to continue serving under the reign of Hadi, and he would continue all the way into the reign of Rashid, in which he passed away. He passes away in the age of 69. But while he's there serving on this platform for 30 years, he was giving fatwas, or we should say, he was giving decisions. He was giving decisions and making judgments in accordance to the fiqh that Abu Hanifah rahmatullahi alayh had taught him. Now, because he was chief justice, what had happened now is the fiqh of Abu Hanifah rahmatullahi alayh went from paper into the public. Right? First, it was obviously confined to the classroom, where everything is being documented by the likes of Abu Yusuf rahmatullahi alayh, who was the official pen of Abu Hanifah rahmatullahi alayh in class. He would be the one that would be documenting all the masail, all the regulations that have been agreed upon within the classroom. Now, Abu Yusuf rahmatullahi alayh took all of that, right, from the classroom to the public through this platform, right, the platform of qada. And he is now going to be giving judgments and decisions based on the fiqh of Abu Hanifah rahmatullahi alayh, which has now given this fiqh life in the public sphere, okay, in the public domain. So this is one of the things that he was now using to fulfill this vision. And at the same time, because he was Chief Justice and he was heavily respected by the Khulafa, no new justice, no new judge would be appointed until Abu Yusuf was consulted. And what Abu Yusuf rahmatullah's preference was that the people within his circle, the circle of the people that studied fiqh the way he had studied, they be appointed. Right? So people within the circle of the students of Abu Hanifah rahmatullahi alayh, his preference would be that they be appointed, and they also now do the same as Abu Yusuf rahmatullahi alayh, which is to pass judgments in accordance to the fiqh that was taught to them by Abu Hanifah rahmatullahi alayh, only to popularize the fiqh of Abu Hanifah rahmatullahi alayh even more in the public. So this is one of the things that he did. Now, there was a bit of a pushback on this particular approach, and that came from one of Abu Hanifah rahmatullah's prized students, Imam Muhammad bin Hassan al-Shaybani. Imam Muhammad bin Hassan al-Shaybani was also appointed as a judge by the governance of the Abbasis, based on the recommendation that was given by Abu Yusuf rahmatullahi alayh. However, Imam Muhammad rahmatullahi didn't want this position, and he actually went and he was he was actually requesting, and he was actually asking Abu Yusuf rahmatullahi to reconsider, because this is not a thing that he was enthusiastic to take up. It was not a position that he wanted to serve in. But Abu Yusuf rahmatullahi alayh made his intentions clear as to why he chose Muhammad bin Hassan al-Shaybani for this position in Raqqa, which is in Syria, because that's where the post was going to be. He basically said to the near meaning, and I'm just going to pull out the text. It's a very interesting statement that he makes, right? And so he says here that إن الله قد بث علمنا هذا بالكوفة والبصرة وجميع المشرق. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has spread this knowledge of ours in Kufa, in Basra, and pretty much in the entire eastern region. فأحببت أن تكون بهذه الناحية. Now I would like that this knowledge head in this direction, towards the north, towards Syria, right? That it start being spread in this direction. ليبث الله علمنا بك بها وبما بعدها من الشامات. And so basically he intended that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala use the likes of Imam Muhammad rahmatullahi alayh and those that will come after him to further the spreading of this knowledge, and that as many people inshallah become acquainted with the gift that Abu Hanifah rahmatullahi alayh had given to this ummah. So pretty much this was one of the the things, the tactics, or you can say one of the strategies he employed to try and fulfill his vision of the fiqh of Abu Hanifah rahmatullahi spreading far and wide, way beyond the borders of Kufa. Abu Yusuf rahmatullahi also used writing as a strategy, and he's one of those people that wrote the fiqh of Abu Hanifah rahmatullahi alayhi and spread it, because remember, he was already taking notes. He was the official note taker. And now what has happened is he's got all of this material with him, so he's going to convert that into books. Like, for example, Kitabul Athar. There's a Kitabul Athar that was prepared by Imam Muhammad rahmatullahi, but before him was a Kitabul Athar prepared by Abu Yusuf rahimahullah. Now, although that's currently not in circulation, it's not something that we can have easy access to, but it is definitely spoken about, and it is referenced in classical literature. So he's the first person that went ahead and prepared a Kitabul Athar, in which you're going to have narrations of Abu Hanifah rahmatullahi recorded, and that's going to be shared. He's also going to write books on Imam Abu Hanifah rahmatullahi's take on khiraj, his differences between himself and Awza'i. These are the types of books Abu Yusuf rahmatullahi prepared and published, which it now also got into public hands, and now people are seeing the gift that Abu Hanifah rahmatullahi had given. So this is just a brief summary as to what Abu Yusuf rahmatullahi did in order to spread the knowledge of his ustad Abu Hanifah rahmatullahi. So as a recap, the first thing is that he prepared different students to go back in their regions and to teach and give fatwas according to this fiqh. The second is that he used the qada platform to basically spread the knowledge of Abu Hanifah rahmatullahi by giving judgments based on that fiqh. And the third thing is that he had also written some books which he got into public hands that went into circulation, and people started to become more acquainted with what Abu Hanifah rahmatullahi had left behind. Hopefully, inshallah, this has been of benefit. Inshallah, in the next lesson, we'll go into the post-Abu Yusuf rahimahullah era, which is going to be the era of Imam Muhammad bin Hassan al-Shaybani, one of my favorite imams. I can't wait to do that video, inshallah. So hopefully, we'll see you back here soon. Until then, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.